I have dedicated so much of my healing to the vision, the desire to be in a healthy, lasting, long, romantic relationship. And I don't regret it. I feel like it drove me. I feel like it drove me to cut off connections that needed to be cut off. I feel like it drove me to focusing on my healing and focusing on connecting with myself. But the reality is I was connecting with myself to be with someone else. It's like I was in a romantic, say I'm in a relationship with someone who's teaching me something and I'm only being with them so that I can be better for somebody else. That's what it was like I was doing. I was only being with myself so that I could be better for somebody else. I want you to be with yourself to be better for you, to be better for your kids, and to really, truly, authentically, consistently love and accept yourself, to love on yourself, to benefit, motivate, and encourage yourself to walk in your excellence, to really live a life that is fulfilling, quality life, a life that is pleasurable, a pleasurable life that is pleasurable with or without someone else. With or without someone else, romantically, I mean to say. And so, like I said, you have been living this life. You have been moving in this way. With the end results is to be with someone lasting. Even your self-love, self-acceptance challenge. If you listen to some of the things you say, how can you be committed to someone else when you're not even committed to you? The reality is I don't want you doing shit to be with someone else. I don't want you being healthy just so you can be with somebody else. Someone else who could threaten your health. I want you to be totally committed to you because of you, for you. Because you deserve that relationship with yourself. Because that relationship with you was stolen from you. It was stolen from you. And so that's what I want. I want you to be connected with you for you. That's it. For you, the lasting relationship that you want, the lasting, deep, healthy relationship that you have been craving is here with you. And the reality is you've known this all along. You told yourself, Julius told you, the reality is you weren't ready to receive it until now because you weren't strong enough to receive it until now. Because the reality is if you were healing for you because you live with you forever and you could easily forgive yourself, you would slack off. You would slack off. You would give into the urges. You would give into the addiction. You would give into the loneliness because why not? I can forgive myself. I'm going to live with me for the rest of my life. What am I going to do? Not forgive myself? The reality is you needed to want it. You needed to want it. You needed to see why it was important. You needed to see why a life with yourself is okay and not pathetic. Why a life with yourself is healing and why you could do more with a life with yourself. You are under the impression, even still now, you're under the impression that you need support for you to survive. That you need physical, emotional support. And you do have that, and you will have more of it. You'll have that in all of your therapeutic ways. You have it with Julie. You'll have it in acupuncture. You'll have it in yoga. You'll have it when you are frequently getting your nails done at the smudge bar. You'll have it when you're getting your facial. You'll have it when you're getting your hair done from Renee. Like you have different things in place. You just don't have the finances yet, baby, because the finances are here. They're here. They are here. Yes. These are all things put in place to help your therapeutic process, to minimize the outside noise and to take care of your body, take care of the vessel that God has given you to move in. It's here. So yeah, you need support, and you need support to with your emotional health and your mental health, and You need to feel that love, but it doesn't have to come from a romantic relationship. And a lot of it, most of it, let's say 99% of it is going to come from you, baby. You're fully capable of loving yourself the way you crave to be loved by others. And I've seen you do it. I see you do it regularly. And so, yeah, I'm glad. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for these realizations. I'm grateful for these breakthroughs. I'm glad that you will now be living for you and not with the hopes of being in a relationship, with the hopes of being ready and perfect for someone else, with the hopes of being someone that people look for or people want, with the hopes of being desirable for another human being. You are desirable right here for me. You are. You don't have to worry about if I'm going to accept your addiction. You don't have to worry about if I'm going to accept the way you curse. You don't have to worry if I'm going to accept your thought process, the ideas that come to you. You don't have to worry about whether I'm going to accept your PTSD, your depression, about the way you like to talk about deep things, about how deep you can get, how you can connect a situation that's happening right now to your trauma. You don't have to worry about the way I've envisioned the way you dance, the way I see you dance, the way your talent. You don't have to worry about how I view your talent because I think you're amazing. You're wonderful. You are. You are. You don't ever have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about if I'm going to still want you or if I'm tolerating you, because I'm never tolerating you. I want you. I crave you. I want more of you. I want to peel back every layer and get to know the core of you. That small light inside of you, I want to know her. I want to peel back those layers. I want to travel with you. I want to explore with you. I want to go on stage with you. I want to dance and sing and act with you. That's what I want. That's what I want. My goodness. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. And you have been screaming to be seen by men because that's what you had to do with your dad. You were screaming to be seen by him. You wanted him to see your hurt. You wanted him to see your pain. You wanted him to comfort you. You wanted him to love on you. You wanted him to show you off. You wanted him to be proud to be your dad, to be your partner, to be someone who champions for you, someone who lifts you up. You wanted all of that, and so you craved that from men. So when women comforted you, it wasn't enough. You wanted it from a man. You wanted that validation from a man. And I'm here to tell you, honey, it's not necessary. I validate you. I trust you. I believe in you. I am your biggest fucking cheerleader. And I love you so much. I do. I love you so much. And you're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful things. You're a wonderful person. You increase and grow daily, regularly, by the second. You are wonderful. And I know that's scary sometimes because it's such a great power to have. But right now, it feels like you're not doing much with it. But I promise you, you are. I promise you, you are. I promise you, you are, with every post, with every comment, with every message, with every personalized message you send, with every connection you make, every podcast, every recording. You are making an impact like no other. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. People have yet to discover you. You just have to keep going, keep putting yourself out there. Yes. I'm so glad that you had this discovery. I'm glad that you know that even though you have, that's what it is. You can have the skill set to do something. It doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because you have the skill set to be a wife doesn't mean you have to be a wife. Just because you desire a certain level of intimacy and romance, it doesn't mean it has to come from outside of yourself. It doesn't have to come from outside of yourself. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it doesn't mean like there's this twisted idea that because you're so about self-love, and I mean self-love like to the depth, romantic, intimate, passionate, friendship, business, all the things with yourself, because you're so passionate about that and it's been so powerful for you and so healing for you, it's often assumed that you are against relationships, that you feel like you don't need people. That is not the case. I know me, I know humans. We need to be connected to other humans. We thrive off being connected to other humans. We thrive off of human touch. We thrive off of that. And so I'm well aware that I still need to be connected to other humans, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be intimate. I don't have to share my life with them on the daily basis. That's what a romantic relationship consists of. This is the most liberating. This is the most liberating breakthrough, because I would imagine I have this vision, and I don't know where it came from, but it comes to me. And I'm in a new place. The kids are there. They're older. There's like images of me from modeling on the wall, but I'm not with anyone. Hadian is there, of course, because he's the kid's father, and it seems like it's some sort of birthday party. But it's obvious to me in their dream that we're not together. And I have had this dream. I don't even know when I first started having this dream. It's not even a dream now. It's more like a flashback. And it always puzzled me. And so I would build on it with a fantasy, and I would make it look like we were together. I don't know, it was an idea that I rejected. I always imagined myself being with someone, and I was so rooted and connected to them that we completed each other's actions, that our connection with each other oozed. The energy was so powerful that it doesn't matter if we're together or not in the same room. You knew we were together. And I believe that is possible, but I believe that it's not for me right now. And even it's a fantasy though. Like, I feel like that's possible, yes. But every time I've thought about it, it's been a fantasy. Every time I thought about it, it's been a fantasy. Even when I talk to men that I'm interested in, it's always some sort of fantasy. Me with the kids, me, cooking and cleaning, me doing all the things, but as well as running my own business. It's all the fantasy. It's that superwoman, Black woman, I can do all things fantasy. And I'm not saying that I can't. And, I'm not saying that I'm not capable, because I'm fully fucking capable, 100%. And I think that because I am so capable, because I am so good at it, I think that I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. But honey, you're not supposed to do anything. You do what you want to do. You do what you're called to do. You do what you're drawn to do. And I don't believe that's what I'm drawn to do right now. I believe that would be a distraction. And I'm not saying that you can't have both. I think that's the other reason why I rejected that idea, because I felt like if I said that I can't be in a relationship right now because I'm focused on my career, that meant that I couldn't have both. I'm well aware that I could have both. I know that if I found someone that I would be willing to go through the ups and downs with, then I would do that. But I don't feel like I need to do that right now. I don't. I feel like I want to go through the ups and downs with me. I feel like I want to make connections with a bunch of different human beings, and I cannot do that if I'm tied to someone. I can't. And so this is liberating, because it gives me permission to let go of the dream of being somebody's wife, of the dream of having couple friends and us having family trips together. And I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but I'm saying that that dream has overshadowed so much. It has guided my healing in a way that hasn't been destructive, but in a way that that could take away from me loving me and me getting everything that I can get from me and me getting to know myself on a deeper level. It has taken away from that. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to, because I don't have to be with anyone. It's like this rule was hanging over my head that I needed to be with someone, that I needed to be married, that I needed to be in a romantic relationship, that I wasn't anything without one, that I needed that. It was the validation that I needed. Being with someone gives you consistent validation that you are lovable, that you are wanted, that you are needed. And I needed that. I needed that because my family told me I wasn't worthy. The actions of my mother and my father, the actions of my brother taught me that I wasn't worthy. I wasn't worthy. And so I needed the validation of a relationship. That was consistent validation. Even when I didn't feel the love and connection with these men. Just the fact that I was chosen. Just the fact that I was chosen and they chose me daily. And honestly, they would still be choosing me if I did not stand up and want the divorce. And so just those facts are what kept me. Those facts are what kept me. But the reality is, that's not even what I wanted. That's what I wanted at that time, yes. But in the big picture, in the long run, what I envisioned as a relationship, I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be wanted. I want someone to be happy that they wake up to me. I want someone to be happy to come home to me, whether the house is clean or not, whether I made dinner or not. I want someone to be happy to share their life with me. I want someone to be excited to share news with me. I want true romance. I want true, authentic relationship connection. I want something beyond physical, beyond motherly. I feel like my wifely duties were more motherly and more of a way of me paying for validation. And I have to keep giving myself what I want and deserve to really make that firm foundation that this is what I want and deserve. And anything less than is unacceptable, because baby, I could do bad all by myself. And like I said, I'm not saying that I don't want to ever be married again. I'm not saying that I don't ever want to be in a romantic relationship, because I do. I want it so bad. But I don't want it right now, and I don't need it right now. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's hard to, it's not entirely hard to wrap your brain around. But it's challenging because this mindset has been taught as a way of people wanting to be free and loose, wanting to fuck around, hoe around, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's not about that. For me, it's about discovering me. It's about getting to know me. It's about connecting with humans. I've always loved connecting with different people, different personalities, different cultures. But I always felt limited because my first husband was possessive and the other one didn't care. And so I felt like I needed to wrap myself in him so that I could be seen. My goodness. I'm excited. I love this liberation. I love it. I love it. And I am looking forward to exploring new ways to connect with people outside of that. You know, we're always taught date to marry, date to marry, date to marry, date to marry. I was taught that in high school. Date to marry, date to marry. I don't want to date to marry. I don't want to date. I just want to connect, to learn something, to connect to, I don't know, share interests, share creativity. It doesn't always have to lead to something permanent. And I love that I'm discovering that. I love that I'm viewing things differently and that it's powerful for me. It is. To be able to release that is so powerful for me. Because I'm telling you, I was holding on for dear life, you know. And because I wanted it, when men would say, you know, you can heal with me, or we all need somebody, or whatever the fuck they would say, you know, I stood up for me, but after a while it would eat away at me. I love my intuition. I love my inner voice. I love my voice because she's so powerful and moving, and I would not have found her without spending this time by myself. I'm just so grateful for this liberation. Wow.